It's Flashback Friday, our trip down memory lane. We love celebrating the products that help shape our journey, pieces that sparked creativity, solved problems, or simply brought joy. Today, we're revisiting those standout classics and giving them the spotlight they deserve. Now, one note, some of the items used may show up as out of stock, but the main items are still here for you. Each flashback features an exclusive limited time deal so you can score legendary products at legendary prices. Okay, let's get ready to rewind, rediscover, and save big. Sarah, you have something amazing for us.
Well, I think it's pretty amazing, but some of our viewers might find it a little surprising, maybe even a little bit shocking, but I guarantee that you'll absolutely love the technique that we'll explore in today's webisode.
Isn't that beautiful?
Do you like this?
I do. Let's get closer still.
Okay, this is Keith's Valentine, actually.
Oh, it is.
It is, not traditional colors.
And you ripped it from his hands to bring it?
Yes, I did. He likes green, so I went with green and gold. Okay. And what you'll notice on here is a pattern going between two different papers. If you can tell this,
yes,
we've got the gold metallic, and then we've got this green alternating, going vertically and also going horizontally.
Now this is based off of a technique called Bargello.
Correct.
Which is actually started with embroidery, then is popular in quilting.
Right.
And you've just taken it for paper.
And actually this is not my idea. I remember taking a stamping class years and years ago that incorporated the same technique. So I thought, let's try it with not just papers, not just pattern papers, but with Dazzles.
Wow.
So a new way to use your Dazzles.
Okay, show me more.
Okay. I'm actually going to scoot this one aside if you want to take that.
Okay.
I need to take that home with me.
I guess you do.
And then
Thank you, Keith.
We'll go into another card right here. This is a similar technique. We're going to start a little bit more simply, though.
Thank you.
Because this will really explain the technique as we're talking about it.
Okay. And again, I'm seeing strips. I think we need to get even closer because that will really show us. So strips are key.
Strips are key, and a paper trimmer is also key, and I'll talk about that in a minute.
See why.
But basically what you're going to do you want to bring in that Dazzles package?
Sure.
The one that I used for this one is the medallion stickers, and you've got so many varying options on the sticker sheet, and you can use this with any of your metallic outline stickers. Of course, I chose to use the Dazzles.
Well, and I guess you can use them with the stickers themselves and then with the innies too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going to bring in this little piece of paper, and this is where my strips come from. So you can see that I've got two of the medium-sized medallions, and then I've also incorporated two of these little heart accents, and those could be on the corner of your card or however you choose to use them normally.
Sarah, I'm noticing you put it on a patterned paper, not on a plain.
Exactly. Now you can use this on patterned paper. I usually go with very subtly patterned papers, just so that you don't have a huge conflict in there. And if you can hand me the paper trimmer, this is the tool. I can hand you anything. This is the tool that you will need to have, because basically what you'll do after you put your stickers down, and you do want to have them fairly full, don't space them out.
Okay, close together.
Close together, you want them close together.
And any designs, because you're going to cut this into strips, so you're going to kind of lose the design a bit.
Right.
Okay.
So I usually go between maybe 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. It really depends. Your strips don't have to be the same.
Oh, you know what? I was just going to say, because what I read is that they traditionally were the same.
Right.
So,
well,
but
you can take this however you want.
Yes.
And basically, you're just going to do this. And you can see already, I've cut these strips, and if we can get a little bit closer, you can see what the end result is.
Okay.
I'm going to keep snipping here. And don't use your scissors, even if you can cut really straight, because you do need to get these sort of lined up again. And you can see the fullness of that design.
Yes.
So once you've got your strips cut, then you can take a piece of paper. Solid paper generally is going to be the best platform for this. And I always use a glue stick to put these down.
Sure.
So I'll put my strip, and I'll just grab one of these here. I'll put my strip onto a piece of scrap paper, place it down, take that glue stick and go from one end to the other to really get a nice even coverage. The reason I like glue stick is because then you can place these down, and if you need to scoot it a little bit one way or the other, the glue stick does allow you a little bit more flexibility.
Let's just get in close again to this now that you've walked us through the steps. And I can see that the tone on tone is very, very subtle. I don't even know you can see it on camera, but in person it's very subtle.
Exactly.
Which is why it works.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can do it in straight lines or in rows.
Or you can do it, well, yeah, actually, let's stick with the strips for right now. Here's another card, very simply done, because these strips are going to be the focal point of your card or an accent for your scrapbook page. The rest of the design can be very simple. So let's get a little bit closer here.
And you have a surprise here.
Yeah, this is something a little bit different because, again, we've got kind of a tone-on-tone effect. It's all the yellow. But this, and this are all ribbon.
Ah, which is already cut for you.
Right, exactly. So you're just going to take a piece of the ribbon. The trick I use is if you're going to put, say, the border down onto your ribbon, which is what I used here, you're going to peel this off, place this down, and tape the ends down to your work surface. Okay. Because otherwise you've got two very wiggly things that can kind of go their own direction. Okay. Now the other portion of this, which is on the paper, it's you know, the alternating lines, is the star.
Who would have thunk? Who would have
thunk? What's nice about this, and I've cut out the star before cutting it into strips. Oh. Just because then you can also get pre-done
you get the
pointed edges too.
Yes, fun.
So I've often used these in uneven numbers, which is kind of our rule of uneven numbers as a design element. So you can go with an uneven assortment there. And I'm gonna
let me whisk this away.
That away.
So you've got something else.
Of course,
and there's more.
Now this one here is incorporating the same style, but this is a little bit more freeform. And one of my girlfriends saw this and she said it looks a little bit Asian, which I thought, well, that's interesting, and I guess you could play with that a little bit too.
Now again, I'm seeing the light and the dark. Going on against a medium.
Right,
which is
exactly.
Nice.
So you can again use the tone on tone. It's a very, very effective color combination.
And I think all of these papers, did all of them come out of Citrus Card Makers?
All of them came out of Citrus Card Makers Creative Pack. Okay. And then we've got the matching creative kit too.
Of course.
Now what's interesting here, the light portions here, these are yellow vellum.
Isn't that wonderful?
So you can also play with the different color combinations and pattern and paper style combinations.
Yes.
And again, I've used a glue stick to put these down. Now, when you're gluing vellum onto paper, everybody goes, well, what kind of adhesive do I use?
Right.
But since you're coating the entire back of the vellum and the pattern paper, it kind of doesn't matter if the glue shows through because it will be an even coverage.
Exactly.
Just don't, glop it on and use restraint and it will come out just perfectly.
Restraint.
Now I've got some of these going this way and then I've got some coming out the opposite way. And you can really play with the placement of that.
And just to show you that, it's square and just that slight angle, both horizontally and vertically, and you've got more.
Now, I do want to show you this piece because this is maybe a little bit more the traditional style of the Bargello layout that you might see. And maybe you can get a glimpse of this between the non-stickered pink paper and then the one with the blue paper with the Dazzles. I think I used the ovals on this. Okay. And you're just placing these down and then putting another strip of paper up against it, which is why you really want to use the paper trimmer so that you can, scoot those right up next to each other.
And this little white area?
This will happen.
It will.
It will happen, especially as you're trying to lay these out in a grid because you'll have some that are longer than others, which is just kind of how it goes. So what I do then is put something over it.
You can fix it.
You can absolutely fix it. And then you can end up with a result like this. Oh. So you can then trim off any of those excess pieces, mat it onto a solid paper, and you've got a really nice focal point.
Wow. It almost feels like you can't go wrong.
You really can't. And this is a fairly substantial size of a piece because it's your card focal. But again, the whole rest of the card can remain very simply done.
Which actually sets it off, I think.
Yeah,
it does a nice job of that, and I love adding just the other bits of the Dazzles with the corner treatments.
Right.
Just a snippet of a border is beautiful.
It's all you need.
And there's more?
Of course there's more. Now, once
You're a busy girl.
Once I got going with this, you know, it's kind of like you realize it's 2 in the morning and you've still got stickers stuck to your hands. This area here is the same technique, except it's not cut. It has been punched. So you can use a circle punch, square punch, whatever you'd like.
So again, the light and dark I'm seeing.
Correct. And this is, you know, just with a 3/4 circle punch. Now, what I will say is that, you know, I tried this with a variety of punches. My punches are well used. I sharpened them with aluminum foil so that I made sure that they were as sharp as they could possibly be.
Meaning that you punched through aluminum foil.
Exactly.
Okay.
And once you've got your Dazzles put down, then you will put your paper inside, and then of course you can turn the punch around so you can see where you're punching in which areas. You cannot punch slowly. That's the trick I learned. If you press really slowly, things can get gummy. You need to punch firmly and quickly.
With authority.
With authority. You've got to be the boss of that punch. And then you'll end up with this really nice result. So you can use it in a circular formation.
Yes.
Or again, the squares.
Isn't that striking?
And again, light and dark, you're just filling in some of the areas.
It's like this is a little over an inch.
Yeah, it's about an inch, a little bit more. And then just place down onto, again, some of the paper from the Creative Pack.
Beautiful.
You can do a whole lot of cards with this technique.
So this only shows that you can use every tiny bit of Dazzles and outline stickers.
Absolutely, we love that.